Good morning, everybody. It's Marty, the JavaScript party, and my buddy Rhett. There's an almond for her. I think that's her second favorite kind of nut. I think, I always can never remember the name of it. Pistachio nut is like her favorite. And then that was an almond, and she really likes those too, but she likes the pistachios better. So here we go. So basically, it is 8:26 a.m. Monday, March 2nd. Here we go. We are in March. We are 2 days into March now. And it is 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Beautiful outside. It's sunny. There's no rain. It's dry. No bugs yet. That's one thing about this area is we get lots and lots and lots of bugs. Um, and yeah, so here we are. Yesterday was absolutely gorgeous. Here we go. We are up and running. So the goal now is to okay, so here's what happens. You go the ideally what should happen is like when you go, and let's just go to entities and data, and then you add something, right? Let's say we add a visualization. This describes the whole visualization. Then you come over here, you delete it, and now if you go back, you'll see that we still have most of the entities still exist, and we really want to get rid of all of the entities. For a given visualization. And also, the one thing you got to kind of keep in mind, I kind of forgot about this, but for some of these things, there is an existing ThreeJS one, and we might have references to that too. We probably do. Probably have references to 3JS objects for these entities as well. So when we go to delete one, but there is no ST animation. There's no animation 3JS object, so we don't have to worry about that. But so that's what we're working on now is the ability to, when we delete the visualization, that the animation is deleted too. And kind of as part of that, what would be really nice is if we actually had a table that showed all entities, because it's just so much easier to write end-to-end tests. So, and that is sort of a graduation for me, because basically what was happening in the very beginning is I would write a bunch of code, then I'd write unit tests, and then I'd write end-to-end tests. And at first, what was happening was I really modified the way I write a lot of code just to accommodate unit testing, so it'd be easier to unit test. And now I'm starting to modify a lot of the things I do just so that I can write end-to-end tests to lock in those things. But what would be really nice is if I could now I add an additional thing called animations here and always saw as animations. And I don't actually know how it works right now. Like, so if I type in animation, right, and I hit enter, okay, so it just automatically boots me back to here. But I think what I would like it to do, I've been thinking about this for a couple of days, is actually, let's hit back. I would like it to show this page, but with the animations already filtered out. So like right now you can filter based, like if I hit add, we can manually filter. So I can, say, oh, I only want to see anything with REND in it, and it's going to filter it out. And so that is nice, but it would also be kind of nice to be able to come here and hit animations, and then the only thing that would show up are ST animations specifically. Um, so that is kind of the next thing, but I do want to. So this story, this issue, this sub issue is to delete animations, and now we're updating this page, and that is what happens. Like as an application, as a software effort continues to grow, as things start to develop and it matures, what the meaning of a feature is changes. And usually, sometimes not, but usually it's more complicated. So at first, maybe adding an input is literally just adding an HTML input, but then after a time, it's like, oh no, now you need to add like the error message, you need to add this, you need to add that. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. And so that kind of like makes the whole idea of agile and points and all that stuff, it kind of makes it very, very difficult to actually compare apples to apples down the line. It's just like in the beginning it was like, oh, go get an apple off the tree, and now it's like, oh, go grow a tree and do this and do that and build a watering system. And it's just like we expectations just change over time, and people typically don't try to like agile. I think is very much out of a science thing. And the thing about, I think one of the things that's very like not in the DNA of science, but is sort of in the culture of science, is trying to exclude all external things. So trying to just be hyper focused on one set of things and then just try to act like everything else doesn't exist. And that works sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. And I think in software development is one of those times that it just doesn't work. Um, so, anyways, so I guess we need to go to our routes. So I'm just going to say Control P ROUT. And so we have our app routes, and I'm going to close everything else. And I have worked in places where we literally had hundreds, if not thousands, of routes. And then not only that, but each one of those routes also there was other files that had hundreds and thousands of routes, right? It is just like this grows like crazy. But so we have this data. Yeah, so I think data and type. Oh, okay. So I wanted to call this type. So I guess maybe what we want is like maybe I was thinking I want to do this data entities and then animations. Okay, yeah, so that is actually, I think, a good thing. So now we're in animations. It does this, but for some reason, or but it, for whatever reason, um, it doesn't show anything. Don't know why. Who knows? But we are getting our actual table and everything. So I think this is fine. I kind of like the idea of entities slash animations, but I also like just going data and animations. So so now we are in animations. I don't really know what's happening, if we're being completely honest. For some reason, this is coming up. And again, over the next week or so, we'll start to move forward. And what'll happen is um, like right now, we're just in pure discovery phase. We just know what the goal is, but we don't really understand everything. So if I add something, which I can add here, oh, so it shows everything. All right, so basically we have like we do have like a couple options. And I think what would normally happen in a lot of places, and I think this is a mistake, is we would say, oh, okay, we're just gonna preload this filter with ST animations if we're at animations. That's probably a mistake. And probably what we want to do is just have another set of animations that's um, based on the router. So let's see if we can figure out. So we are in layouts, data layouts. So that must be where we're at. So let's look in here at the data layout. Am I just insane? I don't see an HTML file in there. Oh, I think that was very strange. I think there's like a thing where, yeah, like if you scroll down, you can, let's see. Yeah, see, it looks like app data layout only has this in here. Now it looks like it only has these three. So I just needed to scroll up. All right, HTML. Okay, so this is our table. I don't think there's anything we need to change in our table. It looks like our table's fine. Really, I think we just need to update the data source, which is called data source. So let's say data source. And this is the, where is the data source? This is our data source. Okay, so that's interesting. For some reason, I thought I could have sworn. Hmm, for some reason, oh, okay, data source, apply filter. Okay, so I was thinking that we had a separate. Oh, okay. Oh, we have table records, which is everything, and the data source is the filtered. So this is not right, right? This is apply um, user. User. Oh, is that? I guess users are good, which will likely break our unit tests. Okay, then we also want to apply the. Hmm, is that right? No. Okay, and then we also want to apply a router filter. And I guess we want to apply the router filter first, probably. And this is also going to be a string. I definitely want this to be a string. I don't know, maybe we could have a limited number of strings to make it easier, but for now I'm just going to make it a string and I say router value is a string. Now, and it's going to return a Boolean, and we're just going to have it return true for now. And then I guess we were going to do apply. Apply filters. Filters. I always try to remember to update the I always try to remember to update the so it's saying that on HTML line 4 apply, I think it was called user filter. There we go. And that should fix that issue. All right. So we had a problem where it didn't quite understand what to do. So we're still not, we have apply router filter, but all that does is return true. And we're not even actually even calling it. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like I want to handle whatever the routing value is in here. Um, and I'm pretty sure this is when I really wish I was better at this, but it's a little confusing because there's quite a few routing. There's like I believe there's 3 routing services, and I never am exactly sure which one I should use. Um, okay, so I'm gonna go. Oh, wait, we have a routing. We have a routing service. Oh, we have a current route service. And this thing, does this thing have a current route signal? Woo, 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 woo. That's kind of cool because that means that will be one of the. So even if it'll get called, this will get called, this whole thing. Um, hello, world. Um, and then okay, so we got our routing filter, and then we have a service, and it's called a routing service. I can't remember exactly what it was. The name of it was current. Is it current route service? Okay, it's called current route service. This is provided in root, so that means it is a singleton that's used by everybody and has the same values. So it's provided at the very root level to anything, and everything comes from the root, is my understanding. So let's do this. service, current route service, boom, boom, inject, and current route service. So now we actually have, this is our way of telling Angular we would like a, if it's got this blue thing, we would like an instance. Please go to the injection tree, the injector tree, and get us our copy of the router service because I would like something from it. And one of the things it has is a signal, and in the signal, anytime we do anything, anytime anything changes, that's a signal. This code will will fire. And I believe there's two signals, and that was one of the things I wanted to try to start doing, is like at the top of an effect, so kind of list what the signals are. And so, look, I think this is a signal. Yeah. So, hey, bye bye. Um, I'm just gonna say signals. I don't know. I'm sure I'll come up with a better way in the future, but for now, this is what I'm doing. Okay, so I don't, this is probably a signal, I would guess. Yep, this is a signal. And then, did Snoopy get me? Ah, I took him downstairs and everything. And then this is right. So that was a signal. This is a signal. So if any of these signals fire, all of this code fires. That's something that is a little bit different than RxJS. And RxJS only the code that's associated with a given. Okay, that's not a signal. And then the and let's say const route equals, and I don't even know what we get. This dot current route service dot current route. I believe that is another writable signal. Maybe not. Could have sworn it was a signal. Yeah, signal. Oh, but it's not a writable signal. Oh, interesting. So it was actually, we're filtering this into a signal. It's kind of wild though that it doesn't. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. I guess I don't know. I just don't even know. This one's got me a little bit confused. But we're going to use it. It looks like we're using it anyways. I think this might just be a signal, and so it's not really writable. I think it is what it is. Okay. And then I'm just going to put a console log here. Oh my gosh. Console.log. Whoo, router value. Router value. And then instead of hello world, we are going to send the route through. And let's just see what we got. Back. I don't, did we see it? I don't think we saw it. So let's try adding something. See what happens. Router val. Oh, okay. Data. Dang it. That is not what we want. Data. So it looks like data is the signal. We want data animations. All right. So now let's go to our current route service. Let's see, should we get router URL? This dot get router URL. So I don't know what's happening because it says split. Okay, so it says this one gets this segment. So this is actually not really, I guess that's the base route, right? It's only current route. All right. What can I do? Okay, I just want to see who uses this. And I think it is sometimes when you mouse over, it'll actually tell you like all the instances of something. Okay, so my current route has to be a type of a layout type. I don't even remember what layout type is. Oh, it can be custom, tabular, update. That's so funny. I guess, or data. Guess we should take care of that right now because we know. All right. So I guess this is like get entity type. Let's add that. Let's add a new thing called entity type, current entity type. This is kind of like, I don't really remember doing this the first time, but it seems like, um, I guess entity route. And I think we do have like these. This is, I think, I guess, no, that's not right because this one's animations. Maybe it should be ST animations. Maybe I should lock those together. Let's add one of these. Like maybe I should lock this in with this. So it would be ST animation. It's not like really REST friendly, like this isn't like kind of how you're supposed to do REST, but man, it sure does fit in with what I want. Tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Okay. Okay, so it's going to, I do know I have some sort of interface for that. And I think it might even be inside of my, and this is something that's been bugging me inside of this dictionary here. I think it might be where yes, ST types. I guess this should go over here. We'll just stay with this. I don't think this is going to be that hard to fix in the future. But this new route service signal that we're creating is going to return an ST type. Again, I'm not sure about that. Like, I feel like this is a bit of a violation of, like, it should probably be slash animations. But, and then this is ST type. And this goes here. Got 5 minutes. So basically, we're kind of forcing it. I don't know exactly what I'm doing wrong now. Okay, so before I changed that, all I had was a complaint up there. Now I change this to ST types down here. Freaked everything out. To signal. Oh, initial value is got to be an ST type. I don't know. I guess we're going to say ST animation. I don't know. I don't know what happens. Required for signal in it. It says Okay, so conversion of type layout type. Okay, where does it see layout? Okay, so this visualization reset all visualization component. I don't even know what that does. But that shouldn't even matter. That should be fine. What's going on? Okay, so to signal. So it's upset because it says ST types may not. Where is it getting layout type though? That's the weird thing. So I don't see layout type anywhere in here. This is so weird. Control S, let's see. Okay, conversion to signal layout type or undefined. To type ST types may be a mistake. So to signal, and then okay, I'm just going to do this. To signal like this. This is weird, right? This is weird. It's not me. I'm not the weird one here. Okay, so I'm trying to take this router events pipe filter of navigation. Okay, this dot router dot events dot and that's so confusing. So that is a subscription, right? So we can subscribe. This is so weird. Okay, can I just do this? Return. To signal. No. Okay, what does to signal want? See, it's so weird. It's saying the expected one or two arguments got zero. An argument for source was not provided. But it's so weird because the to signal has this st render. Okay, so that is fine. Okay, and it wants an observable, right? And I believe that this dot router events is an observable, right? Is that an observable? Yeah, that is an observable. So do I just give it this thing? Okay, this router. But it's just so wild because, okay, event undefined. As observable slash st types. No. All right, I don't know. But it is 8:56, so I got to go. Now, I don't really like to leave everything's broken, so I'm just gonna comment that out for now. Trying to figure out. Okay. The route, route. I need to return st-animation when the URL is, that's what we want. Okay, and I want to return it as a signal. So we'll just start with that tomorrow. Happy coding, everybody. Bye.